Hey everyone. Happy Thursday. Doing a little trade recap. Um, $264 today. I think after commissions, it'd probably be like 30 bucks less. So probably like 220, 230. Ended green today. Some decent action. Was kind of struggling to get entries where I wanted, but that's okay. Um, Starting with, I'll just go down this list. Start with CAPT. This one was a solid entry for sure. I saw that we were reaching overextension at this sort of 8.5. It might be good to just pull up what I was seeing on Thinkorswim as well. So, if we see pre-market highs, we're at around 1. We started reaching this like upper VWAP kind of area, and so I sent an order out. And I got filled right about here, 8.5, and then it just cracked immediately, basically, and I just sold into this dump. I eventually got out here when I noticed the support was forming. It dumped a little more, but then crawled back up. So I think I exited pretty well on this one. Netted $100, so about 10%. I only had one entry on this one, which is good. Next we have, I'll just go to HBIO now that we have it here. So I saw this sort of resistance showing at 0.55 and I was trying to get in here, but I missed the entry and it ended up selling off. I was really pissed about it, but set an alert for the retest and it did end up retesting. And I was aiming to cover around here. Covered some here, but then noticed this wick and noticed another wick. And so I ended up getting out the rest of my position thinking we were going to retest. We ended up retesting and I shorted again, but it broke out with like decent volume, but it wasn't squeezing up really fast, so I didn't cover right away. I was thinking it would be a failed breakout. It ended up going up to 6.2 and I saw resistance here, but I didn't pull the trigger because I was scared that it would keep squeezing up with overhead resistance at 0.67. So I want to get as close to 0.67 as possible. After this failed breakout, I saw that support was still forming at 5.7, so I thought we would go higher. I just got out, but I ended up calling that play wrong. You see right now it's dumping. So a bit unfortunate here. I took a small loss, looks like 22 bucks. I think in retrospect, after this big candle, this was a pretty big move with volume that indicates that the breakout failed. We closed under, we closed at about 5.7. And then the next candle, we closed under the high. I should have been a little bit more patient, even though I saw support forming, because I could have played this retest and then covered somewhere in the middle, anticipating it doesn't break out again. So this one I think was a pretty big mistake. Not only did I take a $22 loss, it could have been like a $40 to $50 win if I had a little more patience. ORIC, this one played pretty well. I saw this sort of breakdown here, and I played the retest of Hive Day. So we had a close under the last green candle. We have some volume here. I was playing the retest of Hive Day, and we got there. Got in at like 839, I think. Let's double check. 836 maybe? 836. Risking, I believe 839. Okay. It ended up cracking immediately. So I sold once into VWAP and then sold into the lower VWAP. As this just crawled back up, I got out. I should have held this. I didn't really have any reason to sell it here at this point. Like at this point, it's already reclaimed most of the move. I was thinking like I have to go to work and there were too many trades. I was in HBIO and NAOV I think at the same time. And I was like I don't want to be in three trades at once anymore. Um so I figured I got out most of my position. I'll just get out, but I definitely could have held and got out of the rest lower. There was no point of really getting out when I did. Even though it showed strength, we never even like got that close to 839 and new support wasn't forming. But I just couldn't monitor all the trades at once. So, another mistake there, but not too worried. NAOV, I'll just show what I was seeing here. I was seeing that resistance would potentially form at upper VWAP at 1.4 because there's this cluster of sideways trading here. So this is kind of like a zone for resistance. And when I saw that, I set an alert. I saw we start getting close to that, and I got in at 136, I believe. Um, on this candle, but I think it was 13. No, it was actually 138. It was 138. We hit a high of 139. I was anticipating to ride this up to wherever it got because let's see, we're risking like say 20%, but I was aiming for like a 1 to point 0.5. I wasn't looking for like a 1 to 1 or anything like that. I was just playing this like bounce short essentially. Covered some into 132 and some into 127. We had this chop action and then bust it like started going up. I covered more into this chop since it didn't sell off more. And then on this candle, I got out too because of the same thing. I was like monitoring multiple trades and wanted to get out. Man, I'm really pissed about HPIO, but that's okay. This is actually exactly where I would have liked to get out of my second entry, um, but yeah, anyways, we'll move to tomorrow. Like, I'm not too worried about these two mistakes. This one I should have held, and honestly, all of the ones where I got out, I should have held. But just considering that I had to go work, I was like, I'll just get out and not worry about it. Because I can't dedicate everything to this, especially if I'm in a drawdown. I have to go to work. So, overall, I'd say like I'd rate today like a 6 out of 10, even though we made money. Made two to three, I guess three big mistakes, right? Oric, I could have got out later. NAOV, I could have got out later. And then HBIO, I could have got out later. I think I played CAPT pretty well, and that's like you could see that with the profit I made. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope this helps anyone looking to get into trading. Peace.